conversation is inspired by Monday night. If y'all have not watched the Monday night live stream, you need to go back and do so. Initially, we was addressing things surrounding Brittany Renner, Young Blue, Boosie, all of that stuff. But then we got a little sidetracked because they was trying to take my homegirl Q's black card. Now, I'm not going to let y'all take Q's. I mean, at this point, I don't really know what the black card is worth. It can't be worth much considering what the hell has happened in all of these urban communities and what our culture is looking like. Especially down in Houston, a black card can't be worth much. I digress, right? So they was trying to take my homegirl Q's black card because she said that she hadn't seen Friday, right? And Q said, yo, but I seen Love and Basketball, and ain't it messed up and this and that and so on and so forth. And then I had also heard after we had that conversation that there had been like some case studies and people was analyzing and breaking down and talking about how Love and Basketball was toxic or whatever. But then it kind of put me in this space, and I seen somebody in the chat and they said, Anton, are you gonna break down Wait and Exhale too? And I said, I might. You never know, right? But then I start to recall all of the different movies. Because I love to watch movies. I love to watch different things that add value, that has a message. But I tend to see things that other people miss, or I tend to look at things a little bit differently than everybody else does, right? And so when I watch these movies, right, and it doesn't matter if I watch a Malcolm X, if I watch a Love and Basketball, if I watch a Wait and Exhale, if I seen The Color Purple. It doesn't matter if I watch a Marvel movie. I'm usually thinking differently than everybody else does. I take something out of it because I'm not there just to be entertained. My brain just works differently in that it actually sources information differently, right? So when I seen the Marvel movies and I was watching all of the things that led up to the Marvel movies before Marvel started to become trash and they started to make these women-centric movies like Captain Marvel and the second Black Panther 2, and we don't want to see that. We're not interested in seeing none of that. That's not our vibe. We want to see what it really was, right? When I even started deep diving into who Thanos really was, right? Because in the Marvel movies, you know, Thanos was doing a thing that most people couldn't dare to dream to do because he realized that in order to really hold a position of leadership, it had to be some harsh decisions that was made. So Thanos was really the hero in the movies, and the Avengers ignorantly didn't even realize that they were the villains. Neither here nor there. And then if you really go back and you understand what the comics were, Thanos really was a simp. All of these things that we've consumed in popular culture and the comic books that you've read, and when you think that you've gotten some new information because you read a book written by an author that was actually a feminist or a simp, you don't realize, shout out to Charles, I'm going to be reading that super chat shortly. Y'all don't realize that y'all are literally being programmed by people that then throw these titles on their names in order to justify the information that they give you. You're not able to compare that against your real life circumstances in order to draw a conclusion. So I'll give you an example, right? I hear people everywhere, whether it's Clubhouse, I've heard a woman say it in person, I've heard it on these panels. And y'all really think y'all doing something when y'all say, this is my love language. My love language is gifts of appreciation, frankincense and myrrh. My love language is having sex. My love language is, I don't even know what the fuck they are, but y'all are literally starting to indoctrinate yourselves with a narrative that is painted by somebody who you know not of. You don't even know this guy. You don't even know whether this person is successful in their own lives with regard to being able to hold down relationships. I've had people send me Instagram posts from pastors that are once, twice, 3 times divorced, and then they out here giving relationship advice. Listen, they spend more time on Clubhouse and having conversations about relationships than they do immersing themselves to better understand the word. I bet you I can preach a better lesson than they can, straight from the word of God, King James Version of the Bible. I guarantee you, if we got on the pulpit and then we can do 2 different sessions, they go first and then I go after them and then I'll go first and then they can come after me, They won't want to go after me. And then at the same time, they know I'm embarrassed them after I come after them. You got all of these different preachers and pastors after their own heart, not after God's own heart, but after their own heart, that's in here giving you relationship advice, and they can't even hold down and stay married, and they out here fornicating and being adulterers, and can't even tell you how it is that they can even be successful based off of their own. They can't be a reflection of the thing that they advocating for. But they spend more time giving relationship advice on their Instagram than they do being a reflection of the thing that they actually saying that they advocating for. How is that? How are you a pastor? How are you a bishop? How are you labeling yourself? Because nobody gave you that label. You gave it to yourself. Oh, I heard the word of God. Well, where's your confirmation? Where's your witnesses? Oh, this is my love language. Oh, I'm about to take some advice from a single baby mama. You got prophetess this and prophetess that and bishop this, and she's a pastor. She's not even supposed to be on the pulpit. But you taking advice from people based off of a new cultural norm that's been programmed into you that you don't even truly understand. And because you're admiring them and they can't even show you the receipts of their own life, you take it as gospel when in reality it's the thing that's leading you straight to hell. Don't get mad at the messenger. Don't get mad at the messenger. Pay attention to what it is that I'm telling you. You can criticize the messenger. That's why I show y'all every aspect of my life. See, you know me. You know me. You meet me in person. You kick it with me. You know who my wife is. You know who my daughter is. Listen, I'm not even going to lie to you. I'm as real as they get. I am realer than real. You know what I was doing right before I got on this live stream? Do you know what I was doing right before I got on this live stream? Rita, be honest with them. Let's be honest with them. What was I doing right before I got on this live stream? Let's keep it 1,000 wild funky with them.
Laying across the bottom of the bed.
After that part. With my daughter.
Oh, having a meaningful conversation.
Having a meaningful conversation with my daughter. I was cussing her ass out. I said, who you talking to? Please don't get out of hand thinking that you white out here in these streets. Please remember where it is that I come from, that you don't even know where you come from because you from my loin. Please remember that you're going to talk to your mama in the right tone and in the right manner because she's an extension of me. Get snatched up. That's what I said to my, listen, I can't be any more real with you. I'm not the person that's going to fluff it with you. I'm not the person that's going to paint you a picture. I'm going to give you the motherfucking real. I told my daughter straight up, 15-year-old daughter, I said, get snatched up. Remember who you talking to, and when I'm not around, you better make sure that you show your mother a level of appreciation for all of the hard work that she put in to making sure that you're successful. I'm not playing, and that was right after I helped her with her homework. We was over here working on her physics homework, taking care of business, and then if I felt like she was out of line because I need to make sure that you in order before you go out there and embarrass me because you're an extension of me, this is why you need a father in your life, because they need to understand what masculinity looks like, right? They need to be able to be put in check. The mama need to be able to go over to the father and then say, hey, Anton, I need you to take control of this situation because my voice has been, been extended for too long and it might start to fall on deaf ears and I need you to step in and take care of your daughter. And then daddy come in and daddy change everything because daddy is not going to play no games. See, I'm as real as they get. I'm not the person that's going to pretend. I'm not the person that's going to paint a picture to you. I'm going to give you the real. I'm going to show you what's really happening. I'm going to tell you why daughters need fathers. I'm going to tell you why you need to get back with your baby daddy. I'm not going to throw no title on my name. I don't need to get a building in order to have a church. Church is right here because I'm going to pierce your motherfucking heart. And I'm going to show you what's really happening out here. See, Wednesday is different than the Millionaire Morning Show because the Millionaire Morning Show, I'm going to teach you how to get to the money, but then I got to get to that 30 million myself because I need that endorsement. I need that sponsorship. I need that big machine to go ahead and throw that money behind us. But on Wednesday night, we get a little different around here. And so we're going to hold each other accountable and we're going to absolutely have the right type of conversations. Fuck your love language.